Alright, hello my lovely Aries. How are you? How are you really? Okay. So we're gonna go ahead and dive into your tarot reading so we can see what the goings on is for you. Okay. What do we have going on for Aries? I hope all is well with you, lovelies. Okay. I've been finding myself listening to music that I've never listened to before. So some of y'all could have been doing the same thing, like trying out new things, kind of testing the waters, going places you never been before, hanging around with people you normally don't. If you want new results, you got to do different things. And I'm learning that myself. Can't expect, different results if we keep doing the same thing. So, Body, y'all. Body. Alright, what do we have for our lovely Aries? What do we have for Aries? Yeah, it's always good to try new things. Always good. I know sometimes we form this comfort zone of things that we're used to doing, people we're used to hanging around, sometimes songs that we're used to listening to, taking the same route home every day. Sometimes it's good to switch it up. Might feel funny at first, but after a while. Ooh, sorry, y'all. I've been messing with my hair all day. Alright, what do we have for our lovely Aries? Okay. I don't know, maybe one of y'all needed to hear that, Aries. If you've been doing things a certain way, for a long period of time, and you're not liking your results, it may be time to try something different. Maybe time to try something different. Sometimes we have to break patterns and cycles in our lives by, kind of responding differently than we normally do, thinking differently than we normally do. Okay, we got the Wheel of Fortune. Okay, good. We have the Nine of Pentacles in reverse. We also have the Eight of Cups in reverse. Okay, so let's see what else we have. Okay, what else do we have for Aries? Alright, what else do we have for Aries? Yeah, be careful. Yeah, Leah. Okay. So we have for Aries. But I do like to see this Wheel of Fortune in y'all's reading. How it's talking about change and doing things differently, okay? Things could be turning in your favor here, okay? And with this Nine of Pentacles in reverse right here. At some point in time, Aries, y'all could have found yourselves kind of like a little off track, or not really investing into the things or doing the things that you really want to do, okay? You could have been dealing with a situation that just kind of distracted you, okay? Just like now you're kind of stepping back into your power, you're getting back into the groove of what makes you happy, okay? So we also have the High Priestess in reverse, and we have the Lovers, okay? So right off the muscle, Aries, y'all have 3 different major arcanas, okay? So y'all are going through a very major time in y'all's life right now, okay? At some point in time, like I said, especially with this Lovers card and with this High Priestess in reverse, I don't know, Aries, for some of y'all could have been like in a dynamic to where you weren't able to really do what makes you happy, or you could have been in like I don't know, like some type of partnership or something, to where like you had to do things and run it by the next person, and it's like with this Wheel of Fortune, it's like you're stepping into your power. It feels a little funny. You may have been working under a certain company for a long period of time, and it's like now you're your own boss or your own contractor, things of that nature. And it's like It's like now you have a choice here, okay? For some of you Aries, you can have a choice between being independent and on your own, or, you know, joining a company, okay? If this is about money. For others of you, it's almost as if you may have to choose between your independence or being in a relationship or marriage, okay? But with this High Priestess in reverse, hey, quit. But with this High Priestess in reverse, Aries, this actually speaks of you not really listening to your intuition here, okay? So I'm going to see what that's about. Yeah, I'm going to see what that's about, okay? What is this High Priestess card about, Kelly? Or are you not listening to yourself on Aries? Or maybe before you weren't listening to yourself and you're just kind of going along with your company wanted you to do, or, you know, if you're married in a relationship, you may have been going along with the things that your person wanted you to do, and it kind of threw you off track with yourself a little bit. But it's like with this Wheel of Fortune, it's just like, you know, I'm back in my power, I'm doing what's right for me, you know. And it's like now you may have to choose between, you know, like I said, your independence or, sorry y'all, I keep messing with my hair, but you may have to choose between your independence or basically, I guess, relying on somebody else, you know, or working in a company, you know. So I'm trying to see what this High Priestess card is about, okay? What is this High Priestess card about? Hey, y'all don't be back there fighting. Okay, what's this High Priestess card about? The only thing I could see here, Aquarius. Ooh, I called you Aquarius. You could be dealing with an Aquarius, okay? Or have Aquarius in your chart. But with this Nine of Pentacles in reverse, I'm really saying that for some of y'all, you're like putting yourself on the back burner. You know, like let's say for instance, if you're in a relationship or marriage and your partner was like, come on, let's do this. And in your mind, you're just like, okay, yeah. But you're not really listening to yourself because yourself is telling you like, hey, we got other things we want to do, or we have, you know, other ideas that we would like to nurture. But it's like you didn't really listen to yourself out of fear, you know, of like basically walking away. It's like you didn't want to lose this person, or you didn't want to, I guess, rebel, or, you know, it's like you were so tied to this connection that it's almost as if you kind of put this person before yourself, if that makes sense, okay? But it's like, hey, hold on, y'all. Eliana, she can play with you. Well, yeah, but it's like with this Wheel of Fortune, Aries, it's almost just like now you're in your power. You know how I was saying in the beginning of the video, like if you don't like how things are going, it may be time to do something different here. Aries, for some of you, you could feel like you're in a situation that kind of makes you feel not so much as tied down or held down, but you're not really exercising your independence or what it is that makes you happy. It's like right now you're not really, you know, like, how do I put it in words? Basically, you're not really doing what you want to do. You're not nurturing the connections that you would like to. You're not really, you know, or either you're coming out of this energy, okay? Because it's kind of like out of fear of walking away from a connection. Okay, so like let's say for instance, if you were in some type of business partnership, okay, and you kind of had an idea that you had, you know, but maybe you were working with somebody who they're used to doing things their way all the time, or they're like the boss, to where you do things their way and you don't really put your input much in. But it's like you wanted to, or you want to now, but it's just like, it's like you have this fear of, I guess, it's like you value this connection. You don't want to lose this connection or this person or this partnership, whatever it is, Aries. It's like you don't want to lose it. So it's like you kind of put on hush mode how you feel, what you want. But how long are you going to be able to do that, Aries? Okay? And it's like you have already gotten to that point of asking yourself, like, how much longer am I going to be able to do this? Because we have this wheel card here. So it's like things are starting to turn in your favor. Things are changing. You are changing. Your view on yourself and this connection is changing. It's kind of like, I value this connection. I value my partner. I love my partner, actually. But it's just like, should I have to sacrifice myself for my person? And Aries, if you came here for an answer, my answer is no. You do not have to sacrifice yourself, your dreams, your goals, your aspirations for anything or anybody. Okay? Most people tell you when you have kids, oh, your life is over. You just got to be a mom. Not true. Not true. I get up and record tarot videos every day that I feel like it. Okay? So, Aries, no. And I've never been married before, but even if I was married, it's just like, I know for a fact, with the way I'm set up, I wouldn't want to always do things the other person's way. Like, there's times where I can sacrifice and negotiate. Like, of course, in a relationship and marriage, it is about compromising sometimes. But Aries, if you constantly find yourself putting what you want on the back burner and what you would like to do on the back burner all the time, to where you're not even listening to your intuition, or you're not even acknowledging how you feel, if it gets that bad, Aries, that's something different, okay? It's something different. Because there's times when it's just like, okay, I got to put my plans aside, work with my partner. Yes, sometimes. Okay? But if you find that becoming a pattern, if you find that becoming a routine of things always going this person's way, okay, and you wanted to go to college 3-4 years ago and you still haven't went because this person wants you to help them run some type of dog business, it's kind of like Aries, right here, this is letting me know y'all have not been listening to y'all's intuition. Y'all's intuition is probably telling y'all, like, hey, it's time to focus on self. It's time to stack our money. It's time to, do what makes us happy. But it's like it's like you've woken up to this toxic cycle or this bad pattern in your relationship or in your business partnership. It's like you've woken up to the truth, which is that this is unfair, it's unbalanced, and you're not really living up to your highest potential because you want to maintain this. It's like you've woken up to that reality, and it's like now, when they say once you're exposed to the truth, it's like not something you can really walk away from. I think that's a Bible script. It's better to know. What is it? It's better not to know than to know and walk away, or something like that. It's like Aries, when you didn't know, it was okay. When you didn't know that it was okay to, to always sacrifice yourself. When you didn't know, everything was kumbaya. But it's like something within you has switched. And it's just like, you may have literally woke up one day like, I don't want to do this no more. I want to do something different. It may hit you out of nowhere. And it's like, now that you've woken up to this truth, there is no going back, Aries. You can't not feel how you feel right now. You can't just shrug it off like, oh, like, this is how you feel, Aries. This is how you feel. And you have a choice to make now between continuing with the patterns that have been going on, okay, the routine that you've been falling into, or, step into the unknown, embrace change, and put yourself first and focus on what it is that you want to do. And it's going to feel very funny at first, okay, because I myself have been in a connection to where it was about partnership, working with this person, and it got to a point, a time where I stood up and I'm just like, I don't like the direction that my life is heading. I don't like where this person is leading me. I don't agree with where my life is right now because of trying to follow this person, you know? And it's like when you get that wake up call, when you reach this realization, it's just like, all right, so what are you gonna do? You don't like which path you've ended up on because of this person, so are you gonna continue to go down that path? Or are you gonna step into your power and listen to your intuition, minus the fear, or I would say along with the fear of losing this person possibly, you know? It's kind of like if you ever want to know who's genuinely there for you, put yourself first, follow your dreams, you know? It's kind of like that case scenario here, you know? Like I said, you could be in like a business partnership or in some type of company, and it's just like you woken up to the truth that like, I can do better, or I want more, I want to do something different, or, you know? So it's just like with that knowledge that you have within yourself now that you want different, what are you going to do about that? Okay? Are you going to continue to, you know, what you're doing right now, you're going to continue? Or are you going to take this leap of faith, this big risk, and possibly lose out on this connection or this business partnership or whatever it is, okay? Because it looks like all along you've been going along with this out of fear of losing this either job or losing your business partner or girlfriend, boyfriend, wife, husband, okay? Looks like a fear of losing somebody or something, okay? So you know how you feel, Aries, you know? And I mean, you can keep on compromising what it is that you want to do, you know? You can continue to act like you're alright with how things are going, okay? Whatever you decide to do, I support you because I understand your reasoning and your logic behind why you've been, you know, so I understand, I get it, okay? But is that making you happy? Okay? At the end of the day, when you go to sleep, are you satisfied? Okay? Are you alright with not meeting certain goals that you have? Okay? Are you okay with not scratching off your list of things on your bucket list because you're accomplishing everything on this person's bucket list? Okay? It's up to you, Aries, how you feel. Okay? So I'm going to keep going. We're going to see what else we have here, okay? It's crazy how I opened the video up talking about, you know, if you don't like the way things are, it's time to do something different, you know? Because we can't expect a different outcome doing the same things, you know? Embracing change is really scary, especially when it's tied to a person, okay? It's very scary. I've been through it, you know? I've been through it, and it is really scary because it's just like, well, if I go out and do me, am I going to lose this person? Are they still going to be there? Are they still going to love me? Are we still going to be able to work this out? It's like, who, you know? So I've been there, Aries. I know that feeling, okay? But sometimes we do have to do what's best for us. Sometimes we do have to do what's best for us, although we're scared of how the next person will feel about it, you know? It's okay to have your fears. It's okay to fear missing out or losing this person, you know. You can be scared and do it anyway, you know. And that's something I have learned myself. Just because you're scared of something, it doesn't mean that I do it, you know. I read this post where it's like, courage is not being bold and brave. That's not what courage is about. Courage is being scared, absolutely terrified, but still doing it anyway. That's what real courage is, you know. Speaking the truth even when your voice is shivering, you know. That's what courage is. Alright, so we're going to see what else we have for you, Aries, okay? But Aries, before I move on, I just want to let you know that whoever and whatever you come across in your life, you are much more valuable, okay? You are the priority, okay? Because I've been in plenty of situations where I didn't want to lose people, but it's like, if this will maintain my sanity, if that means that I'm able to follow my dreams, my passions, my goals. You know, if it means losing you in the process, you know, who should I choose, me or you? You know, because at the end of the day, I look myself in the mirror. I don't look at these other people. You know, I come home to me, you know, and my daughters, but mostly me in the mirror. That's all I see when I look in the mirror, you know. Yeah, Aries, it's been plenty of times whenever I myself personally, you know, we get to the point of time where we have to make our minds up, you know, like what's more important, you know, who's more important, me or the people around me, you know. But if you're in a relationship or marriage, yes, it is about compromise, okay? So I'm not going to knock that part. But Aries, if it becomes a pattern of you putting yourself last, if it becomes a pattern of the relationship or marriage constantly going the other person's way, okay, that's when the imbalance occurs, okay? And right here, sometimes it looks like the imbalance has gotten so bad, Aries, that you're not listening to yourself, okay? It's almost as if you've been silencing yourself and silencing your own voice. And that's not normal of y'all, okay? Y'all are my fire signs, you know. When I think of the most confident zodiac signs, I think of y'all, okay? Y'all and Leo, okay? So this is actually not normal of y'all, okay? So Aries, I don't know what has happened to where your confidence is kind of shot down a little bit to where you're putting other people before yourself. I don't know what has happened to you in your own personal life, but I'm saying here, Aries, that right now you are not in your element, okay? I don't know what has happened to you. I don't know what has, you know, my daughter, I think she's pooping. But yeah, this is not normal, y'all, Aries. Okay? This is not normal. Okay? Alright. Sorry, y'all. I had to go lay my daughter back down, but this is not normal, y'all, Aries. Okay? I don't know what happened to you to where you started putting other people before yourself and not listening to yourself and not speaking up for yourself. I don't know, Aries, but whatever it was, it had to have been drastic. Okay? Because to knock the Aries off they pedestal and have them second guessing themselves, not listening, something very drastic had to have happened, Aries. Okay? Y'all know what has happened in your personal life that has kind of made you not so much as soften up, but become a lesser version of yourself, Aries. Only y'all know what has happened, okay? I don't know if you went through something traumatic. I don't know if it stems from your childhood. I don't know if something recently has happened, okay? But something has knocked you off, Aries, to where you're putting other people or a person before yourself. You're not even listening to yourself right now. Or either you're coming out of this energy, okay? One of the two. For some of you Aries, you can still be in this energy, okay? Putting yourself last. And for some of you, you are coming out of that. And it's like you have a choice to go back or stand firm where you are, okay? Or for some of you, you could be dead smack in the middle and not knowing, you know, if you should continue to do things this other person's way or if you should branch out on your own. For some of you, you may feel like the other person knows more than you, or you may feel like they're more experienced than you, or it could be your boss that I'm talking about. Somebody who's very wise, somebody that you look up to, which that's good, Aries. It's good to look up to people, but if you're looking up to a person so much to where you don't even listen to yourself, you only listen to them, okay, that puts you in a very vulnerable position, Aries, because what if this person decides one day that they don't want to see you happy? So they feed you knowledge that you take on and you listen to, and it talks you out of your dreams, your goals, your aspirations, you know. So it's never really a good idea to always listen to somebody else, okay? Because there even comes a point in time whenever, you know, God wants us to use our own intuition, use our own brain. It's like, what do you think you should do in that situation? Like, I know I'm God, but, you know, you have your own brain. I blessed you with your own brain. So you figure it out. You think about it. What do you think you should do? You're not happy over there, but you're happy over here. You tell me what you should do. You know, it's like, I'm God. I'm here to help you, but you know, He gives us independence in certain areas, you know. Sometimes we have to take our own advice, and God stays out of it, you know. Like, you know what makes you happy. You know what tugs at your happiness. You know this. So you tell me what you should do. You know, sometimes God gives us those pep talks like that, you know. But it's up to us, you know, to make that final decision, you know. So I'm going to see what else we have here. I'm going to see what else we have here, Aries, okay? But yeah, it's good to negotiate, compromise sometimes. Not all the time, okay? If it's all the time that you find yourself giving up what you feel, what you want, your dream, goal, aspiration, that's a one-sided relationship. That's manipulation. That's not healthy, okay? It's not healthy. And some of y'all have already woken up to that truth. And you're just like, okay, I have a choice now. You know, I have a choice to make. I know that the way things have been going is not normal. It's not healthy. It's not promoting my growth, you know. Confusion, anxiety, okay? Look at that. You know? Like, what am I going to do? Stay where I'm at, continue to do things this person's way, you know? Or continue this partnership or this business, whatever the case may be. Or should I just branch out on my own and do things my way? Some of you Aries, you may not feel like you're equipped enough to do it on your own. You may not feel like you are experienced enough to do it on your own, okay? Because one of y'all's other readings was about y'all learning how to do something on your own so you don't have to depend on anybody else to do it for you, okay? So it's like now you're still in that same energy, you know? It's like, you know, it's time for change. You know, it's time to be more independent and on your own 2 feet. I think that's what y'all's last reading was called, you know? But for some of you, it's like you have a fear. Maybe, I don't know, for some of you, you may have a fear that you'll fail on your own. Which, if that's the case, I mean, I done tried to do plenty of things on my own before, and I failed plenty of times, but I ended up getting it together, you know? Sometimes we gotta learn as we go, you know? Because if you can't have confidence in yourself, Aries, or if you don't have the faith in yourself, at least have faith in the universe and God, you know? Sometimes that's the only way that I pull off certain things, you know? Like when I moved out here, you know, I knew I was making a little money, but I really didn't know all the details. All I knew was that I was unhappy in one space and I needed to go somewhere else where I could be happy out on my own so I could maintain my own sanity, you know. And I didn't fully have confidence in myself, not 100%. I gave like 50% of my confidence to myself and the other 50 to God, the universe, you know. So I'm like, I'll do my best, I'll do my part. And I just pray, like, Yahweh, the universe, like, in times when I get confused or when I don't have the money, I just pray that you find a way to help me or help me to find a way to help me, you know. There comes times when we make big moves that, you know, we don't know how we're going to pull it off. And that's what the universe is here for, Aries. The universe is here to assist us, you know, to guide us, to help us move mountains that otherwise would have been impossible by ourselves. It's been plenty of things I didn't know how I pulled off. I knew for a fact, like, if anybody asked me, like, Lana, how you do that? I know it wasn't just my doing, you know. I prayed the whole entire way. I asked for guidance the whole entire way, you know. I didn't do all of this by myself. It looked like I did it by myself physically, but spiritually, no. The universe was with me every step of the way, and it's still with me every step of the way, you know. you can't have the confidence in yourself, Aries, at least have it in the universe, or at least have it in God to get you where you need to go. You know, because I would hate for you to be in a situation because you feel like you can't pull it off on your own. You know, I would hate for you to be somewhere unhappy like that and feeling like, you know, like if you're staying with somebody and you're thinking to yourself, well, I don't make enough money to be out on my own, you know. If you don't have the confidence in yourself, at least have it in the universe, Aries. You know. If you got to, you can pray for confidence, pray for faith, pray for endurance, you know. Because there will come times when you out on your own, get to thinking to yourself, like, I don't know how I'm going to pull this off on myself, you know. That's where prayer comes in, Aries. You know. Every plenty of times out on my own, I got scared. I'm just like, you know, how am I going to do this? Or how am I going to continue to do this, you know. But I realized I'm not alone. I have guardian angels, I have ancestors, I have the universe inside of me and outside of me. I'm not alone. I don't have to figure this out by myself, you know. But it's up to you, Aries, if you want to stay where you are, darling, or if you want to, you know, have faith in yourself, you know. Because it's possible that you can do both. You can be in a partnership and still exercise your independence, you know. If you're in a partnership, you may not have to leave. You could just simply start speaking up and let them know, like, how you feel and what your vision is and what you want to do, you know. And at least test the waters out, you know. For some of you, Aries, you may not have said anything at all. If you're in a relationship and married with somebody, you may not have said anything about what it is that you want to do. You have a business or something that you want to grow, you may not have said anything at all. Maybe your partner doesn't know what you want to do, Aries, because maybe you haven't said anything. Which, if that's the case, I say you should really communicate with them and let them know your vision, you know, or what you want to do, you know. And surely they will be supportive of you if they love you. Okay? And if not, you know what to do. Can't have confidence in yourself, at least have it in the universe. Thank God. You know. There's plenty of things I didn't know how I was gonna get done, but I went ahead and take that first step. And I prayed the whole entire way. You know. Alright, so what else do we have for Aries? Like, when I started doing these tarot readings, honestly, I was just going with the flow, and I was, you know, praying the whole way. Like, really, any time that I do a reading, you know, I don't just go based off of myself, you know. I ask the universe, like, what other messages do you have? Is there anything I need to see, anything I need to know, you know? We don't have to just rely on ourselves, Aries. And what I mean by that is not relying on other people, but rather relying on our spiritual team, our ancestors, the universe, the God. That's what they're there for, Aries. Okay? The universe is there for us to help us move mountains that we think that are impossible to move. And right now, I could be talking to an Aries who you feel like whatever this is that you're wanting to do, you could feel like it's impossible to do by yourself. If you're wanting to move out, you may be thinking to yourself, oh, that's impossible. I don't know how I'm going to do that. But like I was telling Sagittarius, it's good that we don't know sometimes. That allows the universe and God to step in and show us, you know. It's good to be confused sometimes. It's good to not know how we're going to pull something off. That's what pulls us closer to God, closer to the universe. Like, God, I don't know how I'm going to pull this off. I ask that you help me. I ask that you guide me. I ask that you show me the way, because I don't know. You know, or we can submit to the universe and let it know, like, I don't know. I don't know. That allows the universe to step in and work its miracles right before our eyes. You know? The universe is here to help us. God is here to help us. It only can help us if we take this. It only can help us if we're in need of help. So Aries, if you stay where you are, The universe doesn't have to help you, you know. You don't need help staying where you are. You only need help moving forward into the unknown. Okay? But I would say for starters, communicate. If you haven't already told your partner, or your business partner, or your boss, your vision, what you want, things of that nature, okay? I would say start with communication, okay? If things still don't go your way, if you still don't get that promotion, if your partner still doesn't want to help you to make your dreams come alive, like you help them to make theirs come alive, okay? Gotta have to have faith in yourself. If you can't have it in yourself, Aries, at least have it in the universe and in God. Okay? Y'all's cards are taking a really long time to come out. Alright, what else do we have for Aries? Okay, so we have the Tower card in reverse. Okay, so a lot of you, you're trying to avoid a fallout. Okay, like I said, you really value the people around you, or you really value, you really value these people, and you want to keep them proud, you want to make them happy, you want to be on a good standing with them, which I understand and I actually respect that, Aries, okay? It's almost as if you don't want to burn any bridges here, okay? But Aries, what's more important, them bridges or your goals, your dreams, your aspirations, your mental health, your life path, okay? What's more important, okay? What's more important, okay? Keeping them happy, keeping them satisfied, okay? Or, you know, it's up to you, Aries. But with this wheel card, you've already had that aha moment, like, okay, something's got to change, okay? And you could have been feeling like this for a while, especially with this High Priestess card in reverse. You could have already been feeling like, you know, that things are not going how you are needing them to, and that you're not really living up to your definition of what you should be doing. Okay? So you have a choice to continue on this route, or if you want to move forward and have faith in yourself and possibly burn these bridges, you know. So we have the Six of Wands here, okay? So you really want to, for some of you, Aries, you could be going along with this to, you know, you see this card, it's kind of like peer pressure in a way, you know. It's like, well, everybody else is doing it, or everybody thinks I should be doing this, so I'll do this, you know. But is it making you happy, Aries? Only you know that answer, okay? Are you happy going along with the crowd? Or do you want to do something different? Is your heart beating a different song? Okay? But yeah, I'm really saying, Aries, that for some of y'all, y'all just want to make the people around you proud. Huh? Huh? You already had candy, baby. I cut my pinky. You already had that. So yeah, for some of you, you just want to keep the people around you proud. Okay? But what's more important, Aries? Okay? What's more important? For some of you, you could be trying to satisfy your own parents. Maybe your parents want you to go to school and be a doctor, and you just like, bro, I just want to be a dancer. Okay? Okay? It's up to you though, Aries, okay? It's up to you. But just know that you deserve to be happy. You deserve to live your own life. That life was given to you, okay? And I would much rather you be in your own world, on top of your own world, and being happy than to continue to suppress yourself, your goals, your dreams, your aspirations, and what you want to keep other people happy, okay? I would much rather you make people mad, Aries. I would much rather you disappoint some people. I would much rather you burn some bridges to keep yourself happy. Because at the end of the day, you are who you see in the mirror. That's who you owe your loyalty to, okay? But if you're in a relationship or marriage, of course, the rules are a little different, okay? So in that situation, I would say to communicate. For some of you, you haven't even been expressing your desires and what you want to do, okay? So I would just say start with communication, okay? And if that doesn't work out, if your partner's still like, no, we're going to do things my way, you know, you will have a choice to make, okay? I want to continue to do what this person wants me to do, neglect my passions and what I want to do, okay? But you've already had this wake-up call, Aries. Your intuition has already told you, like, hey, you're kind of letting go of what it is that you want to do. You're kind of getting a little off track. Your intuition has already told you this, Aries, okay? And also with this tower card in reverse, Aries, you communicating and putting yourself first, it will actually allow this tower moment to be avoided, okay? Because when our intuition is telling us something, Aries, and we don't listen, it's always bad news, okay? But that can be avoided, okay? That can be avoided if you, But yeah, Aries, when we don't listen to our intuition, that's bad news, okay? So I would just really recommend, Aries, make sure you're listening to yourself. You know what you're telling yourself, okay? And if you haven't already communicated to your business partners, to your girlfriend, boyfriend, wife, husband, okay? Which, in a relationship, okay, that's not marriage, okay? So if you want some advice from me, if you want my YouTube channel for advice on that area, okay, relationship, y'all not married, okay? So if you want to follow your goals, dreams, aspirations, okay, go for it, okay? You are your own person. That person didn't put a ring on your finger, okay? And no, y'all are not married. Do you, okay? Because if this person decide one day, I don't want to be with you no more, okay? You're going to be irritated and angry and bitter and upset because it's just like, I sacrificed all of this for you, just for you to turn around and go be with somebody else. Yeah, that hurts very bad, okay? But Aries, if you are a married Aries, okay, that's a different ball game, okay? And yes, you do have to compromise. Yes, you do have to negotiate. Yes, you do have to sacrifice sometimes, okay? If it's a pattern or a cycle or a routine of things always going your person's way, if they always call the shots, okay, that's the problem, okay? So it's up to you to voice how you feel, Aries. I'm surprised you haven't already, or maybe you have already and they just maybe overpowered you or something, okay? But Aries, your intuition is trying to talk to you. God is communicating with you. The universe is trying to give you that nudge, like, hey, you might want to go on and pursue that goal before it's too late. Not so much that it's too late, but it's just like time is ticking. You don't know how much time you have, you know? So it's like the time that you do have, why sacrifice it for another person, you know? So Aries, Spirit has spoken, okay? And it's up to you to communicate if you haven't already. And if you have already been communicating and your partner was like, no, we're going to do it my way is better. If you continue to stay in that dynamic, Aries, it's not going to end up pretty. Time is going to be ticking. You're going to get older. And you're going to look back and realize, I have sacrificed so much of my time. I've sacrificed going to college. I've sacrificed doing this. I've sacrificed doing this for this person. You know, time is ticking. Time is ticking, Aries. How much longer are you going to postpone or delay what it is that you want to do with your life? Your life is not something to play with, Aries. Your life is not something to play with. And a lot of people don't realize that until their life is on the line. They get a wake-up call like, what have I been doing all this time? You know, I had that wake-up call when I was pregnant and giving birth. And when I had to have my surgeries for my hernia, that was my wake-up call. Like, have I been being honest with myself? Have I been doing, you know, what I've been needing to do? You know, I had my wake-up call. I had my aha moment, you know, and I vowed to myself from that point forward, I'm going to do what's best for me. I don't care who agrees with me. I don't care who likes it. I don't care who has something to say about it, because guess what? I almost said they not my mama, they not my daddy, you know, which they not my mama and daddy. And even if my mom and dad did disagree with something I think makes me happy, that's still nothing to negotiate. You know, I listen to people, I consider how they feel, but this life, God gave this life to me, okay? So, Aries, you have a decision to make here, okay? You have a choice. Do you want to continue to please the crowd, please your partner, please your mama, please your daddy, okay? And continue to neglect yourself, not listen to your intuition, or do you want to try something different and take a chance on yourself? Okay? If you can't have the confidence in yourself, Aries, at least have the confidence in the universe and in God. Okay? There's been plenty of times when I didn't know how I was going to pull something off. And I'm telling you, I prayed every day. I'm like, Lord, please don't just leave me out here stranded. I don't really know what I'm doing. Just help me. Help me. Or show me how I can help me. Just do something, Lord. Help me. Okay? Because sometimes I get confused. I get lost. And that's beautiful, because it allows God to step in and help. Okay? But if Aries, God can't help you if you're not taking a jump. You don't need God's assistance if you're going to stay where you are. God only helps when we need it. For us to need help, we have to be in a position of needing it. You know? So it's up to you, Aries. Okay? Whatever you decide to do, just know that I support you and I fully understand you. Okay? Because I've done both times. I've done both. You know? I've chosen before to do things another person's way out of fear of losing them. I've chosen that before, and I've also chosen to take a chance on myself and trust the universe and trust God inside of me. Okay? And I learned something very valuable from both. Okay? So if you decide to stay, Aries, maybe there's more that you have to learn in that arena. Okay? But I would just say your life is not something to play with, Aries. Okay? Your life is not something to play with. Okay? It's kind of like when we give another person power over our life, it's like they're in the driver's seat and we're just in the passenger seat. It's like, what's the point of this life even being ours if we just in the passenger seat of it? You know? And sometimes God has to throw them little stumble blocks in to give us a wake-up call like, hey, wake up. It's time for you to get in the driver's seat. What are you doing? Okay? I'm telling you, I've had my wake-up call in the hospital. Okay? Because I don't like surgery, but I had to have surgery 2 times on my hernia. I thought I was going to die both times. I'm like, Lord, please don't take me. Please. Okay? Sometimes it takes situations like that to wake us up. Like, what have you been doing with your time? What have you been doing? You know, you've been pleasing people, you've been doing this, you've been doing that. Okay? So, Aries, don't play with your life, okay? And just know that you are very important. You are very valuable. Your thoughts, your feelings, your goals, your dreams, your aspirations, I don't care if you want to wake up and be a unicorn. However you feel, it's important, Aries. Okay? And if your partner, or your colleagues or whoever, family, I don't care. If they can't be supportive of you, Aries, you're afraid of losing them. But what's the point of having people around you that don't support you? Okay? I would much rather you be alone and doing what makes you happy than to be around people who don't support you. Okay? And miserable. Okay? What do you prefer, Aries? You want to keep being around people who you feel like don't really support you? Or would you rather be alone and support yourself? Okay? Whatever you decide to do, I support you. Because I've chosen both. So I know what both paths feel like. And I know the mentality behind both. Okay? So if you decide to, stay where you're at, I get it. Okay? And there's no shame. Okay? But for my Aries who you're willing to embrace change, you're willing to take that chance on yourself and have faith in the universe and faith in God, you are going to be absolutely amazed at what the universe will show you during this process. Your relationship with yourself, with the universe and with God is going to increase and intensify beyond levels that you can even put into words. Okay? And you can take that from me, because I used to have fears of losing people. I used to have a fear of being alone, but I'm telling you, this wake-up call, like, what have you been doing with your life? I had that wake-up call, and I decided to take myself serious, and my goals, my dreams, my aspirations, my thoughts, my feelings, I started valuing myself, so. And I'm amazed at how much I have transformed in that process. You can take me now and compare me to me 2 years ago before I decided to make this jump. And I'm telling you, it's two completely different people. Same body, look the same, sound the same. Two completely different people. Okay? Two completely different people. So Aries, whatever you decide to do, darling, just know that I support you and I love you so much. Okay? And you got it. Okay? Just know that you got it. If you can't have the confidence in yourself, at least have it in the universe and in God. Okay? You're not alone. You may think jumping off and taking a chance on your own means that you're alone, but you're not. You're not. When you are alone, you're surrounded by your guardian angels, your ancestors, your spiritual team. You are surrounded by millions of spirits that are there to help you, Aries. You're not alone. Okay? All right. I'll let y'all go. I got to get back in here with my little ones. I pray so heavily that this helped y'all in some type of magical way. Okay, Aries? And just know that you got it. You don't have to stay anywhere that you're unhappy. Okay? You should always feel comfortable with voicing how you feel with your partner. And if you don't feel comfortable voicing how you feel, what's the point of being there? Okay? So, yeah, I love you so much, Aries. Until next time,